I took a train heading out of there. Like leaving meant I was going someplace. I was moving blind in this thing called daylight. My thoughts, nothing but passing time. Second week in September, 6 days after the last time, just shy of 2 years since the beginning. I got good at measuring life in days spent without him, just waiting for the moment I'd be good enough to hold him in my arms without having to wonder where he'd been. He taught me my heart was never a safe space, so I never kept anything meaningful there. I kept his name in the cracks of my knuckles, so when I bang my hands on these walls, just hoping somebody will hear, I will only bleed over his broken pledge. There were many ways to say peace. I had to relearn that word, peace. Had to rip it away from his choices and start asking the hard questions. What is breathing? Without his taste in my mouth, what do I do with these bruises now? He made me into nothing. Where do I go from here? I detached my memory weights, began the brutal task of moving forward. I'm relearning how to trust. I'm wearing 3 a.m. more and more like something that was made for me and less like a bad mistake that I keep stumbling into. I'm learning healthy the hard way. So in my one remaining moment of dysfunction, let me burn this mattress up and tear these memories down so I can soft focus on something more comforting than holy. I can't handle his holy anymore. I don't want to feel that addiction in my limbs for another second. I want to write poems until his verbs work their way out of my system. Over and over again, I left in slow motion, never knowing if I was heading in the right direction. I want what we had to just fade to black, but my life is no movie here. I was never good at guessing endings, so I keep looking back. He made me forget how to live without him, so I'm starting the recovery work from scratch. As I look off to that space he no longer occupies, my trust still needs some shining up. My healthy isn't fixed yet. I'm still wearing him all over my vulnerability and wondering if I'd rather not exist than be alone. Standing in this open air, not yet in control. All I can do is hope that one day he'll find himself present with what he pushed away. Hope. I can't have you. At least that's what they told me the night they announced the list of dangers and placed me at the top. Hope. They say you like to live cozy, but the rent is too high here and the neighbors wear crowbar fists that make you lock the doors at night. So you ran away when the windy city came calling. Maybe you didn't see the darkness there because people tell you you can make something out of the shadows you find in that place. People will believe anything, but they won't believe in me. To most, I am now Chicago's broken wingspan, its punched out backbone, its dream not realized. I was born with a sense of optimism, but doubt has been breathed into me from the dust of shutdowns and half-kept promises. No one sticks around long enough to see what screws can turn into when they are no longer being asked to hold up the heavy criticism of a nation that will not believe in me. I'm trying to shake off those long years sleeping. I'm sorry. My legs are still waking up to the idea of going places. I may be slow moving, but that's no reason to settle for last. The rebuilding will take time. The factory work will not be replaced overnight. The crime will not disappear on a wish. Children will never learn to make it through this world if we deny them a space to create, but through it all, through the negativity and the statistics, I'm still here waiting for my moment. Progress has never partnered well with abandonment, so stick with me. The people who know me keep making excuses out of rundown ambitions and wearing those like a sunburn on a cloudy day. They spend too much time resenting the pain to find any joy in the memory of the light. I just need someone to hold me. Through the shootings, the bad reviews, the talk of leaving, I am nothing if you won't believe in me. Look around you. There are real people here. Reach out and touch something, make a connection, and smile when someone asks you where you come from. Please remember that I am not the only one who resides in my potential. 152,871 people. Think of the shoulders. Think of the hands. Think of the thousands of ideas in the thousands of heads. There is something to build on here. The possibilities are of scope unimaginable. Just open your heart and let me in. When Chicago opened its jaws, you dove into the city, made a home in its twisted iron guts, stuck your head so far in that you forgot where you came from. You rarely look north, hardly remember the stars and those eccentric live paths they shoot across the horizon. You've put your nose to dusty tables and rooms filled with strangers, and now your head is too full for the small time you left behind. If you ever look back, you'll find me standing in the middle of a street, hurling taunts at oncoming traffic, not even bothering with the white flag in my pocket because I already know it's over. So I'll offer you no theatrics. When the love of your life leaves you with nothing but rusty weapons and hidden spaces, you either learn to look at life a little differently or you lie down and die. See, I'm not much of a quitter. I was born screaming and my lungs have been burning ever since, so let's talk memory, baby. No, I won't get lovesick sappy here. Memory is what you make it. Take it in fistfuls and go absolutely wild. Make a mountain of memory stuff, then take a picture to show off to your friends. Yeah, I climbed that beast. I can do anything with these hands of mine. I'm not going to let the memory of you break me. I'm going to suck it in through my smile, grind it up in my molars, then swallow it down like those kind words that always get me through the day. Fact. If you look at something upside down, you'll eventually forget what you're supposed to be seeing. That's why I took to lying on bathroom floors and looking up at toilets to get a new perspective on the home I once made for my not good enoughs. Now, I can tilt my head a little and almost have more answers than questions. Maybe this is where God lives. Maybe this is where all the good things about the universe that I told myself didn't exist go on vacation. Maybe this dust blowing around in the spot where my heart used to be will rewind its whirlwind and turn back into the clay that once made me into the perfect girl to come home to call up for a minute, to hold on to in the middle of the night. In this, I have faith because something's keeping me together here.